After a decade of being confined to a 2D realm, getting his revenge, and assisted by a canine companion, finally making his jump to 3D.
Shinobi's back!
That's right, developed by Overworks and published by Sega, this hack and slash puts you back in the role of the deadly ninja that we've all come to know and love. This PlayStation 2 exclusive was released November 12, 2002 in North America. Will this self-titled sequel for the arcade and Sega Genesis classic bring honor or shame to the series?
I am prepared to face my fate.
Well, let's take a stab at it. You play as the Oboro clan leader, Hatsuma. After the appearance of a sorcerer unleashing demons upon the Tokyo-style city and the rest of the Oboro clan, Hatsuma must fight his reanimated clan members and get his revenge. At which point he awakens the legendary sword, Akujiki. The sword feeds on the souls of fallen enemies and must be constantly fed. If not, it will consume the soul of Hatsuma. The levels are linear in nature. You start at one end of the map and make your way across, occasionally destroying idols or foes in the air to proceed. The levels consist of your normal urban, woodland, and fire themes, as well as some unique ones, such as laser-heavy fortresses and flooded cities. And as nice as they are, you'll find several repeated segments, showing some laziness from the level designers. Hatsuma's ability to run along walls is put to use for some platforming elements found throughout the game, used in order to advance or reach items. A Shinobi game would not be complete without shurikens. Hatsuma can use them to temporarily paralyze enemies and knock hard-to-reach foes out of the air. You also have various forms of ninjutsu magic that can be replenished by finding icons. You have Kamikaze Explosion, a limited invincibility, and a powered-up sword attack, all at your disposal. A key feature of Shinobi is how Akujiki builds power through slayed foes. Once you kill an enemy, you death freeze him, and then the countdown starts. Kill another foe within the time, and the chain continues. By chaining these deaths, your sword builds strength indicated by its color, allowing you to do some massive damage. In fact, most bosses can be defeated with one swing of your sword if you chain it with enough enemies. This charging mechanic adds strategy and mixes it up from other hack and slash titles. Killing 4 or more enemies will reward you with a nice cutscene, just like in the movies. They're satisfying to watch and flow with the gameplay. There are even foes positioned to make a bridge if you can pull off the chain, though it's rather easy to be interrupted mid-chain and end up falling to your death in one of the many bottomless pits. Because Akujiki must constantly be fed, confrontation with enemies is encouraged, keeping the gameplay fast-paced. Shinobi brings with it an old-school feeling where patience is key, as well as bringing a difficult learning curve, which brings me to the unbalanced AI, that ranges from barely conscious to prison rape, and can change on a whim. You hear this? Anyone who has ever played Shinobi has the sound of failure etched in their mind. With the exception of boss battles, there are no checkpoints in a level, which is very frustrating as you can be inches away from the end, but die and have to restart from the beginning. And my biggest complaint, why can't Hatsuma swim? He's a ninja, for God's sake. You can run along walls, death freeze enemies, but so much as dip your toes in the water, and you're dead? A bottomless pit would make more sense. You can fall into boiling lava pits, even walk around a bit, but fall into room temperature water and you're dead instantly? Really? Aside from being deathly afraid of water, Hatsuma moves the way you would expect ninjas to move. Fast and deadly. The game uses a lock-on feature that allows you to maneuver behind well-armored foes with your stealth dash, as well as break their guard with the parry. For the most part, the lock-on works pretty well, but with multiple enemies, the battles can turn chaotic and spastic, with the camera moving around to adjust to the lock-on target. The sound effects of the enemies are stale and repetitive, while the voice acting lacks any real emotion.
Please, kill us!
The good news, the soundtrack more than makes up for it. The songs go hand in hand with the levels and add atmosphere to the game. You'll easily find yourself humming along while slicing and dicing. While the cinematic graphics are up to par with games of that time, the in-game graphics and textures mostly consist of dark colors and have a grimy feel. If not for Hatsuma's elegant, flowing red scarf, you'd probably lose sight of him. The animations for Hatsuma look great and stylish, while the animations for the foes are more robotic, showing a lack of effort on the developer's side. Replayability is added by finding special Oboro coins hidden throughout the levels that can unlock bonus characters. Aside from playing through with a different character or sword, Shinobi doesn't offer much else. Shinobi is actually a really short game. Most levels can be completed in less than 10 minutes. It seems that developers tried to make up for the game's shortcomings by increasing the difficulty, and players not interested in getting perfect runs or finding all the Oboro coins are left with little incentives for multiple plays. Final thoughts. Shinobi's difficult learning curve, lack of checkpoints, and frustrating sections make it one of the most difficult games I currently own in my collection. If not for the satisfying fast-paced hack-and-slash gameplay, memorable bosses, and awesome soundtrack, this game would hardly be recommended. Despite its difficulty and lack of replayability, I still find myself replaying this title again and again, enjoying the experience. This game can be found at GameStop for $8 or cheaper on eBay. If you're looking for a challenging game with great atmosphere and have patience, then check this title out. Otherwise, stay clear. And give Shinobi a thumbs up.
Hey, not too shabby.